So, I went mountain biking this morning for the first time in probably 9 months. And let's just say I felt pretty unfit. Now I am pretty active lifestyles, and yeah, it's just amazing when you hop back onto a bicycle, especially doing mountain bike trails where you're riding up some pretty challenging gradients, and they're not even for that long though, how much your fitness has really gone down. And my work involves me sort of pretty much working outside all day, and moving around and walking around kilometres and kilometres a day, carrying heavy equipment on my back, and it just makes you respect all these dudes a little bit more on their pushies, even though they are a teeny bit arrogant, but they're bloody fit. So yeah, it was quite fun. I went out with my old mate Jordan, and had a good time. Now these trails we go out to, they're at Tugum, which is one of the sort of suburby things to the west of Hervey Bay, sort of in the state forest there. And yeah, they're pretty good. There's a whole bunch of downhill sections and dedicated uphills and different circuits. There's even kind of a skills/trials course. And yeah, and I stacked it on them. Basically, there was a bunch of logs. There's one where you're supposed to be able to just climb over, and I went, oh yeah, no worries, just had to pick my wheel up. Didn't do that. Hit it just pretty much square on the log. Bike bounced back underneath me, and I went down, and it fell on my back. Got a little cut on my leg, but it's all right. It's all right. Here we go, green light. Check. But yeah, I used to ride trail bikes, and like I had my Honda XR-250. That was my first bike, and I had it until I bought this thing last year, and I really enjoyed it. But when you get fit on a mountain bike especially, you kind of just want to keep going, because it's more interesting than riding a road bicycle pushy. The terrain differences, you have these pretty sweet, you can do jumps, you can go down all really kind of twisty sections, and out there, those ones that took me are awesome. You would never think that I got in there. But yeah, it's just the fitter you get when you ride mountain bikes. Like I used to do it a fair bit when I was in high school, and it's just, once you're fit, it's just as fun as riding a dirt bike through the same sort of scrub. Oh mate. Cheers bro. Anyway, yeah, so that's the idea. I'm just going to keep doing it regularly, go out there, if not every weekend, at least every fortnight weekend, build my fitness up there. I could go just ride along the Esplanade. We'll be going later again, and build up there when there's no one else available to go out on, because it's kind of, dudes do go out there riding by themselves, but I Yeah, I kind of always feel like you kind of need something else there, just in case you really stuff up, which is actually quite easy on these single tracks. Ooh, what's that? Whippersnipper cord. Whippersnipper! Yeah, there we go. That's I had footage, but fortunately the chest mount, and I've used the same chest mount on this bike with the SJ cam, and it turned out fine. But this Ninja with these risers I've got, you pretty much sit straight up and down. Oh, fucking sick Kluger, bro. Yeah, you basically sit up straight up and down, but on these mountain bikes and Geordie's bloody BMX bike, we're leaned over pretty far, eh? Sports bike leaned over, like super bike leaned over, man. Daytona 675 leaned over. That's probably the most leaned over bike I've ever sat on. An old one. Gonna need a bit of concentration here, fellas. No one awesome and no one that way either. Oh, fantastic. Just got to watch in my mirror when I come down here. Some Burks fucking parked in the lane. Shake your head. Shake your head. Yeah, so the chest mount, you know, it's the thing about these action cams. And the SJ cam's actually better than lots of them because it's got a little screen so you can preview stuff, but don't you come out, you old fuck. But, you know, when it's on your chest mount and you just ride around having fun, you're really not thinking, oh, yeah, this will work, because I know it works when you're straight up and down, but yeah, you're leaning over. So basically we took an hour and a half of footage of us doing all sorts of stuff, but it just looks at the ground through the frame of the bicycles. Ooh. So yeah, so that footage failed, so I'm basically going to play with some extensions on the chest mount, because you know, the helmet mount's actually probably alright. I could run this camera, but I like the chest mount on a bicycle when you've got it set up properly, because you sort of got the two bars out ahead of you, and yeah, not as much movement. It's a clearer image. So I'll just have to stick some extensions so I can lean it back way further. kilometers an hour, reduced speed. I've already reduced it, mate. It's too late for saying that, mate. Hooley's best steak in town there. He was admiring my bike and my camera on my helmet, because that's what he should do, because he looks retired and he should spend his money on a motorbike because it's the best thing ever. Best thing ever. La mer. Madigan's, that's a good fish and chip shop. It's busy as hell on a Friday night. Holy shit. So this is Esplanade. So this is where, if I've got no one to go mountain biking with, I'll come train along Esplanade as I have done in the past, because it is nice and flat, so you can, which is really good for training, you can just keep a constant speed up. You know, slow down around pedestrians because it's shared. You don't be an arrogant asshole and just keep going full pelt, ringing your bell, expecting the people to move out of your way. Like, mate, it's a shared footpath. Anyway, besides the point of rude people. That's where, and it's got nice. You get the nice sea breeze the whole time riding along, and it's generally nice and cool, especially in summer, because you get the sea breeze. Cooler. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and hopefully we'll be able to pull out some sick kind of... What the freak is that? Sounds like a dog dying. That's what it sounded like. Don't even know what it was. Yeah, so might be putting up some mountain biking videos. Whether or not just the good shit, not the whole time. It's just ridiculous. See if there's a Steph there. No. Oh, this bike's so good. Speed limit isn't fast enough though along here. I mean, it's like a 4x4 road. It's just slow as possible, as fast as necessary. That doesn't make sense, does it? No. It's the only other way. As fast as possible, as slow as necessary. No, it doesn't work. No, it's just a bit slow. But it's because of all these intersections. There's reasons behind speed limits. Some of them are ludicrous reasons. They're still reasons. So, we can't have 110 on this road anymore because speed kills. It has to be 90 kilometres an hour or 80 kilometres an hour. And you go, well, what has the deaths dropped off? On that one it has. Okay, so it's justified. How about that one? No. But our revenue raising operations have been much more successful. When I say no shit. Pooey. 295. How are they making their money back? 290. But oh bloody oath! 295,000 for what looks like studio apartments with a garage. I'm like, what? What? Are you Siri? I suppose if you're an oldie, you were a self-funded retiree, especially if say you had, well, let's assume that you had some sort of good investment somewhere, and you went, fuck it, let's go just sell everything up and buy that place for 300,000 or get it for cheaper more. So it's on $270,000 to $295. Sell everything else up, or we still got rentals that pays for our groceries, our dinners, and like half the week. If I was their age, I'd just be like, stuff cooking now, every night. Let's go walk down to all the restaurants which are each direction, and not only would it keep you a bit fit walking to dinner each night, you get to try out all the different stuff, and you'd get to know what's good and bad. I'm thinking I might pull over, and we might have a look up here, go for a bit of a walk. Oh, what the hell's out there? There's a boat. There's a boat. I might go down to this. Oh, there. That's Hervey Bay, peeps. Bloody beautiful place. Fraser Island over there, it's a bit hard to see in with the wide angle lens, but it protects all this coast from most of the winds. When you get a strong sort of storms during summer with strong northerly winds, it doesn't do anything because I'm looking north right now. But for the most of you don't get any waves, so shit for normal surfing, wave surfing. But there's still wind with no waves, so you get kind of, or small waves, so you, kite surfers love it, wind surfers love it. And sea kayaking is really good. Not much, you know, you can kayak over to Woody Island or Round Island. And over the Sunsea, there's not many places on the east coast of Australia where you can watch a sunset over water. This is one of the few of them. Fantastic. Because the coast actually wraps around, going up north near Bundaberg over the other side of the horizon. I might call the video quits here, so see you later.